Hello there and welcome to my chaos. So this video will contain spoilers about the DLC, just a warning. We will be talking about the leaks that were released a while ago that I haven't talked about because personally, I'm not a huge fan of leaks because as an artist, I understand wanting to hype things up over time. So like, I don't know. I like reacting to things as the creator intended for them to be released. But these leaks kind of got very widely exposed. I feel like absolutely everybody knows about them by now. It was also highly requested by my subscribers because I know you guys are missing my speculation videos because I haven't really done them in a while. I apologize. We will be doing that. It was just my life got flipped upside down there for a little while, but we are here. We are back. We are ready to speculate and get in to everything because you know I have my theories. Y'all know I got theories based in Disney history and whatever. So let's talk about the next DLC. So we haven't gotten too much information released officially from Disney Dreamlight Valley. We saw the end of credit scene, which I assume most of you saw by now. I feel like everybody knows by now. Whatever. So in the end of credit scene, we know that there's some kind of tapestry that has Maleficent on one side, Hades on the other. The tapestry is split in the middle. It has the spell book in front of it, which I'm pretty sure it's the evil queens from like spell book from Snow White. Has that been confirmed yet? Like, I haven't watched Snow White in a hot minute. And I meant to watch it to confirm that it was the spell book, but I never got to it. So, like, that is her spell book, right? Like, I'm pretty sure that is the evil queen's spell book, you know? So, anyway, that is the image that was released to us officially from Disney Dreamlight Valley. However, there were also leaks from, I don't know what the people are called that, like, go through, like, the game files or whatever. I don't know. We're going to look at those too. So according to the person that dug through the game files, they believe that the upcoming land or whatever, kind of like how this last one was called Eternity Isle, they think this one is going to be called Storybook Vale, and that there will be 4 possible biomes. I think there was like audio files that they found. So they said one of the biomes is fairy tale, general, library, and mythology. I think those are the 4 biomes. Personally, this is where my speculations are coming. I think we're not getting 4. I don't even know that we're getting 3. I think we're getting 2. Maybe 3. But, I don't know. I'm betting 2 biomes, okay? Because we see that tapestry. It's split down the middle. I don't know why I did it like that. So they're saying that it's going to be heavily book themed, especially with like the library or whatever. I don't think the library is a biome. I don't think the general is a biome. I feel like those were just audio files that they found. I think the focal point of this new land, or as Walt Disney called it, the weenie. This is going to be the weenie. The weenie. The landmark, the focal point is the library. So kind of like in Dreamlight Valley and in Eternity Isle, we have the palaces or the castle and the palace, whatever. Those were the focal points. Those were the weenies. Those are what drove our eyeballs in and kind of like helped us figure out our way around the lands. Do you hear my joints cracking? I swear it's because I'm eating bread again. Like I stopped eating bread for a hot minute and then I started eating bread again and now all of my joints just go weird, right? Like, whatever. I don't know what to eat anymore. I'm done. I don't even remember what I said. Oh, right. I think we're going to have a library in the middle, and that will be our weenie, focal point, landmark, whatever you want to call it. But we're in the Disney community, so like, it's a weenie. The library is a weenie, okay? Yeah, that's just what Walt Disney called like the focal points of the park. So like Spaceship Earth was a weenie, is a weenie. Tree of Life is a weenie. Hollywood Tower of Terror, weenie. We're all weenies. So the library can join Super Weenie Head Jr. I don't know, whatever. Okay, so we'll have the library. And I think we're going to have 2 lands that are divided. I'm hoping like cobblestone or something. I don't know. There's going to be something dividing them. Right, kind of like we had in the Rift in Time expansion. One side we're going to have the fairy tale biome. The other side of my chair is like squeaking too. Yeah, just like join in on the squeaking, you know? So we'll have fairy tales on one side and we'll have mythology on the other side. Now, I think for the mythology side, I think it's going to be like a meadow. Do you hear this? Oh my God, I think this chair is going on like 10 years old. It's okay, chair. You're doing a great job. I think that the mythology side is going to be kind of like a meadow. It's going to be nice and flat, and it's just going to be lovely. I don't think there's going to be clouds or anything, kind of like we see in like the treehouse from the Rift in Time stuff. I think it's just going to be a meadow. A nice Greek meadow. And I think on the fairy tale side, is this coming up on my mic? This is ridiculous. Then I think for the fairy tale side, it's just going to be like a lovely little fairy tale forest. I think it's going to be different from, is it boreal? I guess it's like a boreal forest, which is like the forest that you'll see in like Norway and like Canada, like really far up north, that kind of forest. And it's going to be different. I think it's going to be a little bit more temperate, something that we can fit in like Snow White's cottage, Aurora's cottage, the Winnie the Pooh characters down the line, something a little bit more temperate. I think that's going to be the fairy tale forest vibe. We might get like some of the animals. I'm thinking maybe like an owl, like little owls for the fairy tale lit. I was trying to brainstorm what might come up for the mythology side, and the only thing I could think of was like little baby Pegasi. What is the plural of Pegasus? Is it just Pegasus? It's probably just Pegasus, right? Like it's the same word. That's the only thing I could think of. There could be other things. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see, what kind of little critters you would like to see on the mythology side. But I don't think that we might not be getting a third biome. If we do, I don't know, it might just be like a little cobblestone city, not like a city, like ancient city, but not ancient like we saw on Eternity Isle. Because that would have been more like Asian inspired. I think this one would be a little bit more European inspired. Ancient city? Maybe, if we get it. Like, tell me you hear this. Does anybody hear the wrist cracking? I don't understand. Oh! Whatever. I eat healthy, my body gets inflamed. I eat unhealthy, my body gets inflamed. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. And so, like they said, they think that it's going to be heavily book themed. We would be able to tell this. Obviously, there's a whole library. We got the library, and it's also based in fairy tales and mythology. So like very bookish. So I'm wondering if like maybe it's going to be like a tale as old as time. But like not Beauty and the Beast, but like they're going to do a play on the words maybe. Just tale as old as time. And it's like the whole expansion is talking about just like stories that have been passed on for generations and generations. Because like fairy tales and mythologies, fairy tale and mythology, they have a lot of overlap because they both talk about like universal themes and things that everybody from every culture can kind of understand to a degree, like things that like the human experience. It's just what we go through as humans that we use fairy tale and mythology to kind of help us explore and explain. So like they have a lot of overlap, but they're also very different. And so we did see in the leaks, they said something, the origin of the feud. So in the tapestry, it kind of looks like they're smiling at each other. It looks like they're getting along. The fairy tales and mythology, they're going along great. They're talking about universal themes and the human experience, blah, 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 blah. And then suddenly something happens. The origin of the feud. So something happened between the two. Now, here's where I might have an unpopular opinion. Okay. I don't think, and I also hope, that we don't and that we aren't getting Maleficent nor Hades. I don't think they're coming. I don't think they're coming. And my reason for believing this is because I don't want them to. My reason for them not coming is that I don't want them to. There's no other reason. Okay. To be honest, both of them, but Maleficent especially, she is the big bad. Now, there is a bigger bad. The Chernabog is the biggest bad of Disney Dreamlight Valley, but Maleficent's the big bad, okay? You can't just throw her into a DLC. You could get away with Hades. You got away with Jafar because he's a big bad too. He a big bad. But like Maleficent, you know? And then for us to get Maleficent and Hades, and this is definitely Evil Queen's book. So like that would imply, especially with like the Evil Queen outfit that was like accidentally put in Scrooge's shop that some of y'all got but not me because the universe, like what? Why do you hate me? What did I do wrong? I want the Evil Queen outfit too. Okay? Because I am the Evil Queen. I am a Maleficent Evil Queen crossbreed. Okay? So like I deserve the Evil Queen outfit. You know I'm gonna get it. Anyway. I'm like going on like a narcissistic tangent. I think Maleficent is too big and too bad to be thrown in a DLC. And as a storyteller and someone who loves stories, I was wearing my book sweatshirt, but I was getting really hot and sweaty. I love reading. Okay, I keep the library in business with all of my late fees. Okay, I refuse to believe that they would throw her in a DLC. That's just bad storytelling. You don't put the big bad in the beginning. You can introduce them. You introduce the big bad, but they don't come so early on. Like it doesn't get that heavy that quick because then there's nothing to look forward to. And I'm not saying that there's like not enough villains to keep us happy. Oh, I'm wearing my villain shirt. There we go. We still got representation. Okay, I'm not saying there's not enough villains to keep us happy, but like you can't do it. You can get away with Hades. You can get away with Hades. You did it with Jafar, not with Maleficent. And especially not Maleficent, Hades, and the Evil Queen. I do think that we're probably getting the Evil Queen and that she's the big bad. Like maybe, obviously I think Maleficent and Hades have something to do with what happened. Like maybe they were arguing. I don't know, some kind of overlap between mythology and fairy tales, and they got into some sort of disagreement and like their worlds collided. And I could see maybe the Evil Queen's like trying to harness this energy or something. She's trying to figure out what happened. I don't know. But I don't think Maleficent and Hades are the big bad, and I don't think they're coming. I just think they have something to do with what happened. Anyway, however, I do have other theories about what characters we could be getting other than the Evil Queen. So in the leaks, it does mention Aurora. It says Aurora Notes and Aurora Sacred Spring. So that leads me to believe that we are probably getting, maybe, possibly, Aurora, Princess Aurora. And so my ideas is that we're probably going to have a character from Sleeping Beauty. We'll probably have a character from Hercules. Now, to balance it out, the yin and the yang, I feel like if we get Aurora from Sleeping Beauty, we're going to get Hercules from Hercules. But if we don't get Aurora, and I like this idea better. I don't know if we're getting Aurora because I like this idea better, so I'm going to say that this is the more likely idea. I think that I would love to see not Aurora and Hercules coming. I would like to see Philip, because first of all, I'd get another boyfriend out of it. I'd like to see Philip and Meg. Those would be the two I'd like to see in the DLC. And now Philip would actually be stuck in the mythology section. And Meg would be stuck in the fairy tale section. And they're like in each other's sections like, what? What is happening? And they're just like lost. Or Aurora and Hercules. But I really like Meg and Philip. I think those are great DLC characters. I don't know. I mean, I think Aurora is good for the DLC. I don't know, maybe Aurora and Meg, but I feel like we need a yin and a yang. We need the estrogen and the testosterone, you know? That way there's enough for all of us. We can't have two estrogens. No. Give us a girl, give us a boy, and throw in some weird one. And I got lots of ideas for like another little third idea. So yeah, I think we're either gonna get Aurora and Hercules or Meg and Philip. Yeah, because in the last one we got Jafar as the big bad, but then we also got Eve, Rapunzel, Gaston, and Oswald. So that leaves two more characters for us to have. And I got some ideas for that. So I was wondering, to go along with those characters, what if we got, going on the theme of fairy tales, mythologies, legends, I have three choices of who I think would be good for this. First of all, Robin Hood. Because they did bring him up in the survey. And I think he's like a great crossover between mythology and fairy tales. Because he's kind of like a legend, right? He's not a myth. He's not a fairy tale. He's like a legend. So it still kind of fits in, but it's not part of either one. So I thought that he would be like a great third character to add into this. And then another one is, and there was also audio files for this. They found like audio files of Jack Sparrow. That was also leaked. And I think that he would also be great to mix into like the tales of myth and fairy tale. Because like, I don't know. Where would he fit in? Where do pirates fit in? But not like historical pirates. Like, are they legends? That'd be like a legend too, right? Is pirates legends? I think that's a legend. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't fit into fairy tale. It doesn't fit into mythology, but it kind of fits in between, right? So I think Jack Sparrow would be another good choice, and there are audio files of him, so I think he's a strong candidate for another character. And then the last one I had. No, I don't know if they would add characters from this movie. I don't know how well it did. So I don't know if we're going to be seeing it, but Ian Lightfoot from Onward was all about like fairy tales and like figuring out spells or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe he's our third character or third or fourth, whatever. Now, I know a lot of people are saying that like the characters that we get might not have anything to do with the DLC itself, which is very true. Because Gaston, Rapunzel, Eve, Oswald, they all seem very odd. Especially Oswald. It's very weird. But like, to me, Gaston, Rapunzel, and Eve, they all kind of had a sense of adventure. They had a sense for something more, which I think is ironic because Belle is like all like, I hate this town because nobody wants anything more than like what's already here. But like, honestly, Gaston did. Didn't he? Like, he wanted more. So like, aren't they meant for each other? Gaston, Belle, there's your man. Go get your man. He's recently single. Go get your man. Get a single man, Belle. Instead of a taken one. For once. Anyway, so like, I don't know. I feel like they all kind of had a sense for adventure, a sense of wanting more. So I feel like all three of them do kind of fit into like an adventure-themed island. And I know it has more to do with time, but it's also kind of adventure to me. You got a desert, you got a jungle. Like, it's very adventure-themed. I think the characters in this one will probably stick more to the theme. Let me know what you guys think about the upcoming DLC. What kind of speculations do you have? What kind of theories do you have? Do you agree with anything I said? Do you disagree with anything that I said? Let me know in the comment section down below. We are going to be doing more speculation videos than we have in the last few months. I apologize. Again, my world kind of turned upside down. It turned upside down, but we're recovering. Everything is slowly getting a little bit more normal. So, once the hints start to drop, once all the stuff for the updates and everything, they start coming, we're going to speculate, okay? We're going to do all that. So, let me know. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more Disney Dreamlight Valley content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!